Hello everyone and welcome back to Acei Urban Planner here in the city of Dixtintia. And as you maybe have seen in the intro cinematics, we are going to be making yet another Saudi Arabian viral and futuristic project in here in City Skylines. And yeah, maybe you don't know what it's all about, maybe you already know, but I'm gonna take a time to explain you what is this new project. Today in the city of Dixtintia, we're gonna be trying to recreate or do something inspired in the project that is called the Mukaab. It's part of the city called Mukaab that's gonna be in the middle of Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. It's being developed by Neon. It's a company that is not new to this channel because it's the one that is developing the line. And New Muraba is gonna basically be like a new city that's gonna be very modern. It's gonna rely on renewable energy and stuff like that. It's gonna try to be low carbon emissions. But the centerpiece of that is this giant cube called the Mukaab, and yeah, it's translated as that, the cube. It's gonna be 400 meters tall, 400 meters wide, and it's gonna be like an immersive experience to be inside that, because you're gonna have a giant tower that's gonna be in the middle where you can visit and be there. I don't know, it's gonna have like restaurants and stuff like that. But the main feature is that it's gonna be surrounded by this giant dome that's gonna be able to project images like animals and environments, and it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be something very unique. They say that it's gonna be the first and the biggest immersive experience that you're gonna have in the world. So it's gonna be something that maybe you wanna visit sometime. I started by making this road layout to get to it. We're gonna try to connect the Mukaab with the tram network, and I made this square that's gonna be like the general shape of the Mukaab, and then I was trying to measure it with a building to see if we are at the 400 meters long, and I realized that I was only at 300 meters or a little bit less. But then I was thinking that maybe it's more than enough having this at 400 meters. It's gonna be too much for City Skylines. We're gonna try to make it 300 meters, and I think that's gonna be more than enough. I was struggling to find something to put in the middle that maybe looks like what is made in real life, or as the project is made. And then I found this park that I had in my collection, and I thought that I could make something about it, and I started placing these parks that are like this triangular shape. I modified it a little bit with procedural objects, and I placed them all around the building, and I was able to make something that maybe it's not the same, but looks a little bit like the general theme that we are making with this Mukaab. Here is where things started to get a little bit ambitious because I wanted to have like all the screens of the dome. And I remember that I had these screens that I was using in the second residential building that I made, and I decided that I could put that all around the building and make it feel like we are projecting something. But yeah, it looks awful, it's nothing like the real deal, but it's something like to make the general feel like we are doing something in here that is gonna feel like the actual Mukaab, and that's what we're trying to do. But yeah, it's just illustrative. It's nothing like the real deal. Here is where things get tricky because we had to make this facade that is compound like with a ton of wood and stuff like that. I was looking for a wood panel in the Steam workshop, but I knew that it's so small. All of them were so small that maybe I wasn't going to be able to use them. So I decided to stick to the whole trick of using the block and giving it a shape, moving it around, putting it on angle, and I made like this panel that I started to copy all around the facade, and then I put it in all the building, and that's how I made the whole facade of what's called the Mukaab here in Dixtintia. wanted to have a lot of movement drawn to this building, so I placed these 4 malls from the new DLC that I know that are gonna be overloaded with attraction, because that's what City Skylines does. And then on top of them, I put these buildings that are actually residential, but I convert them into procedural objects just to make the feel of the building that are gonna be the support for the giant rooftop that the actual building we're gonna have. I had some amazing assets download from the Steam Workshop that I wanted to place in the rooftop and make it look like the actual thing that in real life is happening. But I don't know why when you convert them to procedural objects, they tend to disappear, and I really needed them to be procedural objects to be able to place them where I wanted to be placed. And yeah, I had to rely on the old method of putting this cube and putting some surface network and just a few pools and stuff. I really got tired of working on that because I am not very patient to be very high detail with stuff in City Skylines. So I think that I gave up really quick on that. But at the end, I'm not going to be projecting a lot of the rooftop. So I decided to not give it a ton of details. right, everyone, we are here, and as I press play and start trying to play the game, you can see that we are experiencing a massive drop of frame rate. That's why I am thinking that this building over here is gonna serve just like something for this episode, because this is unplayable right now, and it's mainly because of the amount of procedural objects that we have. In just a line of the facade, we have more than 1,000 procedural objects, and you can see we have multiple lines. These are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have like 10 lines. This is a ton of procedural objects, and this is causing a massive problem. But I am going to try to find something that I can make out of that and that resembles a little bit of what we have done in here. Going back to the building, let me take the problem off, and you can see when we take this facade off that the frame rates start to work a little bit better. You can see the little people walking by, and that's the thing that we want to have in here. When we get near to the area, there's another problem, because we have a ton of props in here with these LED panels that are here, but these are the ones that are providing the immersive experience. Looking from this platform, you can have this immersive experience. But some sort of that we are watching The Simpsons and a lot of cartoons. But yeah, we were doing the best that we could with what we have in City Skylines and the workshop right now. Let's talk a little bit about the building itself. We can see that we have these plateaus, but I didn't take my time to make the pedestrian paths so people can walk around here and get to here. My plan when I was starting this project was to leave a gap in here just to helicopters can come and land in here, but it's not that easy. It's very hard to do that, and I was thinking about my thoughts about the general building, so I didn't took the time to do this whole lot of detail, as well as this rooftop that has these pools and stuff. I just wanted to finish the project, because I know that I'm gonna replace this building because it's taking a lot of the game right now. And even though that ended up being something very beautiful, this is not gonna stay. One thing that I wanted to show you here is that we are using the malls from the new DLC. You can see that they are dragging a lot of people to the area, as you can see here, and we have 4 of these working in the city, so this is dragging a lot of movement. Another building that we actually have working is this the Robin residence. This is a vanilla base game. No, this is a vanilla Green Cities DLC building that is an actual residential, and we have 4 of that, so we can drag a lot of people to move to live in here and drag a little bit more of movement. And yeah, the other thing are procedural objects. This is an actual park. It's working like a park, but all of this is procedural objects. This is procedural objects, and as you can see, we have a massive traffic jam of people trying to move to this area. When we take down that building, they are gonna get very sad. I'm gonna try to leave the residential buildings inside here, or at least maybe if this doesn't cause any big amount of profit that I don't see beyond the amount of people trying to get here. I don't see a lot of problem with that. And yeah, maybe in the near future we're gonna finish the line. That's another big massive drop of frame rate because of the platforms and stuff like that. I don't know if we're gonna keep that out. So yeah, these beautiful projects are not made for my computer. I need to have like double the power for making them. But yeah, that's it. That's how it is. here in City Skylines playing modded. I'm gonna maybe start something vanilla. So yeah, that was the episode for today. Let me put back the facade so you can have a nice look of this building right now. And I think that we were able to make something that at least looks like the Mukaab in the skyline. And we're gonna go back to here and put it like this. You can see that even though that is very far away from this huge building that we have in here, they look like the same. So it's like in real life, the Mukaab is taking a ton of the looks from the actual skylines. So we're gonna leave it in here. We're gonna be back for another episode next week, so keep on tune. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Remember that we post City Skylines at least once a week, and it's gonna be fun for you. It's gonna be fun, even though that we can maybe start a new city or doing something different. You're gonna end up enjoying this channel because it's all about your favorite game that is called City Skylines. So keep on us. Help us growing by sharing the video. Give us a thumbs up if you like the episode. And yeah, be back next week so you can have a little bit more of fun. Take care and bye-bye.